Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the Ingrove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for August 8th, 2025. A really solid new arrival week to show you guys this week. A lot of killer pre-orders were announced, and I'm also doing a killer whatnot this Sunday. I have my normal whatnot scheduled for this Thursday at 5 o'clock Arizona time, but I'm doing my first pressing auction this Sunday. So it's 200 all first pressings from mostly the United States, but there's some UK first pressings, some Japanese first pressings. At the end of this video, I'm going to do a flip video and show you everything that I'm auctioning off this Sunday at 11 o'clock Arizona time. I'll give you some highlights. First pressing of all these items. Beck's Midnight Vultures, Big Star, #1 record, promo copy. A Buckingham Nicks, a white label promo Dusty in Memphis, Smashing Pumpkins Siamese Dreams, Soundgarden, Louder Than Love, Sparkle Horse, a Beatles Second State Butcher cover, a bunch of Smiths, a bunch of Morrisseys, an original Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, a lot of great stuff. Okay, let's get into this week's pre-orders. There was a ton of pre-orders announced this week. I'm just going to go over some of the highlights. Mobile Fidelity is doing Stevie Nicks' Belladonna as a Mobile Fidelity one-step and SACD. That comes out to be announced, so probably within the next 3 or 4 months. Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm Section and Sonny Rollins' Way Out West are both coming out as Analogue Productions 45 RPM UHQRs on August 15th. Pretty relatively limited. I mean, they're titles that have been done a bunch in many different forms, all analog, but as a UHQR, I think they're only doing a little less than 3,000, maybe 2,750, so not a ton of them. A few different variations of Alan Parsons' iRobot are coming out. They're doing like a clear vinyl, a black vinyl, half-speed master version, and then they're doing a super deluxe box set. That comes out October 17th. 20th anniversary of Thievery Corporation's The Cosmic Game. That comes out very shortly, August 15th. Music on Vinyl is doing 3 Elvis titles. Elvis Sings, A Date with Elvis, and Elvis at Stax. Elvis at Stax is actually a killer record if you're not familiar with it. Really good record. Everything Elvis did at Stax. Really good. Killer band with them. Dig that record. All 3 of those come out August 22nd. Robert Plant has a new record out coming September 26th called Saving Grace. Also, a bunch of reissues were announced by Brian Ferry, the Melvins, Quincy Jones. Go onto the website, click pre-orders, you'll see there's hundreds of pre-orders available. But this week I want to say about 30 titles were announced. A lot of classical titles were announced. Just a ton of stuff. Okay. The Ingroove Records. Well, just checking out the new price tag. It's fantastic. Now removable for the complainers. It comes off the shrink now. Easy peasy. Okay. SACD of Steely Dan's The Royal Scam. Fleetwood Mac's self-titled Blu-ray audio. This is Blu-ray audio and also includes a Dolby Atmos and DTS. 5.1 mix. High-res stereo mix. Nice. Restock from Mobile Fidelity of Hall & Oates Greatest Hits. Supertramp's Breakfast in America. Working Man's Dead, The Grateful Dead. And I got another restock of the Kevin Gray cut Velvet Underground box set. I showed this a couple of weeks ago. I bought a ton of these, but they sold out pretty fastly. You know, it was pretty quick, a couple of minutes. But I ordered a bunch more, so hopefully this lasts for a while. There are 6 albums. It is very reasonably priced. It is cut by Kevin Gray, but you've got Velvet Underground and Nico. You've got Nico's Chelsea Girl. You've got Light White Heat. You've got the self-titled album, and then the Velvet Underground 1969. I think the reason this sold out so quickly is it was actually going for about $1,000 at one point in time. So being back in stock, I think a lot of people are catching up on putting that in their collection. You know, the folks who missed it the first time around. Okay, finally in from Analogue Productions, we've got Yes's Closer to the Edge, 45 RPM, all analog, cut from a flat tape copy of the original master tape. So it's cut from a safety. Genesis Abacab. I actually really love this era of Genesis. Phil Collins Genesis is great for me. Mastered and cut to lacquer from the original Analog master tape. Part of the Atlantic 75th Anniversary Series. Joan Baez's Diamonds in Rust with a beautiful textured cover. From Mobile Fidelity, Joni Mitchell's Hyra. This is the Mobile Fidelity One Step, limited to 3,000 copies. This has been a hot seller for us. This is the one and only Tracy Lords. The name of this album is 1,000 Fires. Limited to 1,000 copies. I guess this is the very first time it's ever been on vinyl. 30th anniversary expanded edition. It actually had a really big hit on it, Control. You've probably heard it. It was used in Mortal Kombat. It's kind of like an EDM electronic staple. It was big in the club scene back in the 90s. I think they've played it in the back maybe about 25 times. She's credited as a writer on it. I'd be really curious how much involvement she actually had in making that tune. If she was involved in making it, she's talented in more ways than one. All right. This is a repress of Better Than Ezra's Deluxe. They came out with this originally as a Record Store Day first release, this past Record Store Day. Now we are getting it on emerald green vinyl, featuring the #1 hit, Good. New album by the Black Keys. No Rain, No Flowers. New studio album includes the hit single The Night Before, plus No Rain, No Flowers, and Baby Girl. This is actually a really good album. It wouldn't have been something I would normally get into myself, but this is a record that somebody in the back plays quite frequently, and I actually grew pretty fond of it. It's quite good. Fontaine's DC, Romance. This is the limited edition blue vinyl variant, which includes a bonus 7-inch single. First time in print in many decades, we've got Verve remixed. Pressed on yellow and orange remixed vinyl. See what they did there? Listened to about half of this concert earlier today, and then I had to leave the store for a little bit. When I came back, somebody had turned it off. But this is not a drill. Roger Waters live in Prague. I wasn't at the Prague show, but I was here in Phoenix at the show when it came around, and it was pretty fantastic. I mean, he lip syncs a little bit too much for my taste. He makes up for it in the fact that he puts on a really good show. I'm not a huge fan of the lip singing, but you know, you're not on record, it's not really lip singing. So here you go. 4 LP set, reasonably priced too. It's under $80 for a 4 LP set. Chris Cheek, keepers of the Eastern Door, Bill Frisell, Rudy Royerson, and Tony Shrell. This is on the Analog Tone Factory label. All analog, I believe, this whole label. Let's see what it says on the back here. Recorded by James Faber, live to half-inch 2-track analog tape on a custom tube Ampex 351 at 30 IPS. Cut from that master tape by Bernie Grunman at Bernie Grunman Mastering in Hollywood. This is Jerome Sabbath's label. He's got a couple of records, but this is maybe the first title he's done that it's not a it's not a Jerome, title. Chicago 9, 50th anniversary expanded greatest hits. 21 tracks on 2 LPs. John McLaughlin and The Fourth Dimension, live at the Montreux Jazz Festival 2002. The Art Ensemble of Chicago, Great Black Music, Reese and the Smooth Ones. Original BYG album, newly remastered. I've got quite a few, I probably have this record, truth be told. I've got a lot of their catalog, and it's quite good. Some of it goes into the soul spectrum, some of it goes into the avant-garde, a little bit more free jazz. Baby Metal, Metal Fourth. Black Sabbath's The Eternal Idol, remastered from the Analogue tapes. Black vinyl featuring The Shining includes a lyric sheet from Warner Records. Okay. The Hype Sticker, remastered from the Analogue tapes. I don't know, zoom in. Can you see that there? So I'm sitting here and I'm holding this up, and then right above the barcode, it says a digital recording. What? 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 Ay. Sometimes I feel like the labels have a lot of interns running things. Juice WRLD, Legends Never Die, 5th Anniversary Edition on purple vinyl. Busta Rhymes, The Coming. Checking out these price tags because this week I got myself a newer, higher resolution printer, so it prints. These are even nicer. Nice, sharp, crisp labels. Lil Wayne, The Carter. First time I've really had the ability to check it out since it's been installed. Lil Wayne, The Carter 2. And Lil Wayne, The Carter 4. Was there a 3? Why is that not here? I don't know. Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet, limited edition yellow vinyl. This is an import. Also an import, I brought in Blind Melon's self-titled album. Has the smash hit. What is on this? Yeah, No Rain. Dated a girl maybe 20 years ago. And that was the only CD she had. And it just sat in her stereo. So I listened to that album quite a bit. Every time a commercial would come on, put the CD on. Sleeping with Sirens, with ears to see and eyes to hear, opaque bone and red and black splatter vinyl. Sleeping with Sirens, if you were a movie, this would be your soundtrack. Opaque violet with aqua splatter. Sleeping with Sirens, let's cheers to this. Light blue with tangerine and violet splatter. MGK, Lost Americana on red vinyl. The Jonas Brothers, Greetings from Your Hometown. Huh. Didn't really realize they were still making records. I'm learning new things too with you guys. Gracie Abrams, Minor, 5th Anniversary Edition, 12-inch EP. From Music on Vinyl, we have Republica. 1,000 individually numbered copies on yellow marbled vinyl. This is number 19. This was supposed to come out last week, but all of our copies came destroyed. But I got replacements and I figured I would show it to you guys this week. Beck's Mellow Gold. Has probably, is Loser his biggest hit? I would say Loser is probably his biggest hit. But that has not been in print in a lot of years. Warren Zevon's The Wind, limited edition. This is from Friday Music. The OC's, Abomination Revealed at Last Dog. Oh no, that's the catalog number. Abomination Revealed at Last. I thought it was like some goofy way of spelling dog. I'm like, what the? What's wrong with these bands? Who would spell dog? D-G-O-O-G. That's the catalog number. Okay, Blackstone Cherry, Magic Mountain, limited edition of 1,500 copies on gold and purple marble vinyl. This is from Music on Vinyl, double LP. This is number 1332. Groove Armada, Black Light. Good Charlotte, Motel du Cap. Galaxy 500, CBGB's 12/13/1988, officially available for the first time, restored and remastered from the original analog tape. Hailstorm, Everest on opaque hot pink vinyl. Ethel Cain, Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You. Direct-to-consumer, exclusive vinyl with limited edition insert. Interesting. I'm assuming that originally was meant to be a website exclusive for the artist. They didn't bother to reprint the hype sticker. Lydia Knight, Parody of Pleasure. Bad Sons, Accelerator. Charlie Crockett, $1 a Day. Limited edition blue vinyl, part 2 of the Sagebrush trilogy. Devin Allman, The Blues Summit. Bailey Zimmerman, Different Night, Same Rodeo. This is on translucent cola bottle clear vinyl. They're putting a lot more country out, man. As time goes on, 10 years ago, there was almost no country in print. Solace, self-titled album. No other Celtic band on the planet can equal this quintet's innovative, often risk-taking arrangements. Okay. That record's warped. All right. Jay Wheeler, Yellow Sunflower colored vinyl. Garasolis. We've got the soundtrack to Blue Planet 2. This record has been manufactured without shrink wrap. No. It's in a Japanese resealable. But in case you can't just look at it and be like, that's a Japanese resealable. There's a hype sticker or an obi to tell you. Original score by Hans Zimmer. The original soundtrack to Blue Planet was going for huge money for quite a lot of time. I don't know if it ever got reprinted, but it was quite popular. I'm sure that will be quite popular as well. This is the official soundtrack to Destiny 2, Volume 1. Okay, and we've got a restock of a couple titles. This is Van Halen's Fair. Fair warning, Mobile Fidelity One Step. Restock of Michael Jackson's Off the Wall, One Step. Got a restock of Roberta Flack's Killing Me Softly. This is the Analogue Productions 45 RPM 75th Anniversary Series. These are numbered copies too. Got a restock of Jerome Saba's Vintage. I think that might have been the first title on his label. And a Tone Poet restock of Lee Morgan's The Cooker. And Charles Nard's Woga. First ever reissue of the classic Nard's Jazz, of Charles Nard's Jazz Funk Cult Classic, released in 1972. I think this came out last week and it sold out very, very quickly. All right, guys, stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys this Sunday's upcoming Whatnot flip video. And yeah, all this stuff can be purchased online at theingroove.com. Until next time.